Hey, how's it going, everybody? Max with BuzzTox here, and I'm so excited because the Game of Thrones teaser trailer, or official trailer, just dropped. I'm not going to waste any more time. I have to watch this right now. Let's do it.
Enemies to the east.
Fucking giddy.
Enemies to the west. Enemies to the south.
Yeah, Cersei's pretty much
Enemies
fucked.
to the north.
Arya.
Whatever stands in our way,
Oh.
we will defeat it. We're the last Lannisters.
This is eerie.
The last ones who count.
Oh. Is this Dragonstone?
I was
Yeah.
born to rule the Seven Kingdoms. And I will.
I'm loving the tone.
Your father and brothers are gone, yet here you stand.
That's Peter Baelish trying to stir the pot.
Last best hope against the coming storm.
Melisandre is at Dragonstone.
If we don't put aside our enmities and band together, we will die. And how does it matter whose skeleton sits on the Iron Throne?
What the fuck is that? Who was with Jon in the temple? Or the fucking crypts? We're gonna see the Dragon Drogon at the end. Fuck! He's so big!
The Great War is here.
It's so exciting. Oh my god. Frickin' giddy. Wow. I love that because it was the same as The Walk. It focuses in on Daenerys, Cersei, and Jon. And I love that because those are the real three main contenders for the throne, and they're the people of power in this season. So, a couple things that I pull from this right off the bat. First off is Cersei. She looks pissed off, bitter. She realizes that she has enemies from north, south, east, and west. She has no more kids. She doesn't give a shit anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see who she allies herself with and how she's going to hold that throne. And we see her Lannister army. It's looking bigger and stronger than ever. It'll be really great to see where she ends up. And she's really mapping it out. She put a whole map in, I think that was the Red Keep, if I'm not mistaken. She's really trying to map out how she's going to fight Daenerys, who pretty much seems unstoppable because of her Unsullied force, Dothraki force, as well as her 3 dragons. And speaking of Daenerys, we got a huge look at her, and it was unbelievable getting a look at Dragonstone. You guys know that I've been following the news, and Dragonstone as a set looks drastically different than it does now. You can see that they put in all the CG. It's a very mountainous region. It looks a little bit different than it did in Season 2. But it's awesome. We see Tyrion there. We see Melisandre there, which that's what it confirmed, is that Melisandre is now going to be going to Daenerys. So what does that mean? We know that Jon kicked her away, and now she's with Daenerys. So it's going to be interesting to see what her point of view is, because she thought Jon Snow was the savior. So now when she's with Daenerys, is her opinion going to be tainted? Is she going to think that Jon is still the savior, or maybe it's Daenerys? Or maybe she thinks that collectively they could be the savior. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think Melisandre will think. And another detail that I want to draw my attention to is we see Theon surrounded by a bunch of fire. We also see some ships. I think that hints at his storyline going forward. I think that there are going to be some ships that are burnt, and it's going to leave him stranded. And it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up after that. And then we really get the story of Jon. We get to see him with his men, and I just checked right now. The person that he grabbed in the crypts of Winterfell is Peter Baelish. So that could have huge significance. We've seen in the past when Sansa had a scene with Littlefinger, they were talking about Lyanna Stark, and he gave a look like, oh, you don't know everything, when Sansa said that Lyanna Stark got kidnapped and raped by Rhaegar. And also what's interesting about this shot is that we see Lyanna Stark in the background, and Jon angrily grabs Littlefinger and throws him against the wall. So it'll be interesting to see the conflict that arises there. And we also get some snow action. We see a lot of soldiers running. We see a bunch of soldiers hurtling up together. And we see Jon and Tormund running. And this is really interesting. I know a lot of information. I'm not going to disclose that. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. But it looks like a big fucking deal. So yeah, if you want to know more about this, I'm going to be making an analysis video where I will break down everything and give you all the spoilers, but I don't want to do that for you guys right now. But then that takes us to the closing shot of the Dothraki and Drogon flying over top, and that just looks kick-ass. I knew it would end with Drogon, but I thought it would end with the screenshot that we got with her on Drogon, and he looked freaking huge. But we're going to see him riding, or flying. I can't even get my words straight because I'm so excited. But it looks unbelievable. I know where this is too. It's a battle somewhere, somehow. I don't want to tell you because it's spoiler. But I need to let you guys know this trailer was unbelievable. My reaction is all over the place. I'm just puking out all my thoughts. So that's why I'm going to do a breakdown. I'm going to do a professional breakdown. I'm going to give you every single spoiler possible. And if you want to check out some of my other videos, first of all, we got my plot leaks breakdown where I give you episode by episode on what's going to happen with the plot leaks, what has been confirmed, what's plausible, and what is not possible or hasn't been confirmed. Also, check out my Bran Stark video. My Bran Stark video is awesome. I spent a lot of time on it, and it addresses Jon in the Crypts of Winterfell and what Bran's role is for the rest of Game of Thrones. So please check that out too. But until then, I'm going to be coming out with a breakdown of the trailer. I'll see you guys later.